Afternoon folks, how are you doing? This is KRob1989 and I'm going to give just a quick review of last night's League Cup Quarter Final match against Aberdeen at Easter Road. I was going to do this last night but I decided not to because on the back of that performance I was a bit miffed and I was afraid I would just be criticising the team and not focusing on any of the good aspects to the match. So I thought I'd just sleep on it and then reflect on it in the next day. So the result, it ended 0-0 after both regulation time and extra time went all the way to penalties, and just a bit unfortunate, we lost 6-5 to Aberdeen. It was just unfortunate from Thomas Akepong. He struck his penalty well, but it was just too high and it hits off the crossbar, and Aberdeen go through as a result of that. So I think the main positive to take from the performance was it was complete dominance from Hibs from 0 to 90 and even extra time. I think Hibs were by far the better team. They created most of the chances, and if one of the teams looked like they were going to score, it was definitely going to be Hibs. The main criticism was, of all those chances Hibs had, they just did not put any of them in the net. Albeit the two chances from Boyle, they were both rightly disallowed because he clumsily uses his hand to control the ball. I don't know if it was intentional, but he was caught rightly. Should have just used his foot to control the ball. And the other time, he's just timed his run too soon, and he's rightly flagged offside. But when you have all those chances, you need to put at least some of them away. Otherwise, you don't win games. You don't win games by not converting your chances into goals. It's plain as simple as that. So my other main criticism from the game was Aberdeen, and I watched Murray Minter 75's video and I could not agree more. The performance from Aberdeen was about as interesting and as exciting as watching paint dry. All they did for the majority of that game was defend with at least five players, and whenever they got the ball, they just hoofed it up. And it was usually to Gary Mackay-Steven, who had pretty much the entire attack vested in him. But every time he got the ball close to the box, he was just out-muscled by Effie Ambrose. I mean, Effie Ambrose had a fantastic game tonight. I don't know if he got man of the match, I honestly can't remember, but if I was going to give it to somebody, it would definitely be Effie for me. He just out-muscled Gary Mackay-Steven practically every time he got a long ball out to him. The only really time that I thought Aberdeen were any threat was the very end of the 90 minutes. I think they were just throwing subs on to try and get a late winner without the need for extra time. Didn't work, and I think the only other time was probably in extra time. I think they were more even than Hibs. I think just because they had time to rest a bit and get another sub on and change their formation. But I expected more from Aberdeen over the course of the game. After the 1-1 draw, I thought that was maybe just a blip, and I thought for a cup game they would have really come at Hibs with a full attack force just to win the game in 90 minutes. But I'm just speechless from Aberdeen. I mean, I would be embarrassed as an Aberdeen fan if I had to come all the way down to Edinburgh on a Tuesday night and watch that performance. But I'll give them credit. I mean, I think that was McInnes's plan. I noticed on the telly towards the end of the game, one of his last subs, he gave him a piece of paper, and then I think it was Bruce Anderson, correct me if I'm wrong, he then starts passing the note to all the other teammates, like a classroom note. I was just flabbergasted thinking, what is going on there? I've never seen that in a football game. But I can hazard a guess. It said on the paper, play to penalties, will win it in the shootout. Rightly, that's what they did. And even in the penalty shootout, I thought Aberdeen would be okay. They did win the penalty shootout, but I thought Lewis maybe would have made at least a couple of saves. But I don't know if that's a reflection on Lewis or if it's the fact that Hibs were actually really good at taking their penalties as well as Aberdeen were. It really just came down to a big piece of metal. That's all it was. I think that's what won Aberdeen the game, really. Ultimately, did Aberdeen deserve to go through? No. Did Hibs deserve to go through? Honestly, no. If it were up to me, I would not have put either one of those two teams through based on that performance. But if the question for me, who was better on the night? Probably Hibs. But they didn't do what needed to be done, and I think, to be honest, Hibs only have themselves to blame. I think they've really shot themselves in the foot, and hopefully they'll learn from this. And if they can put in performances like that in the league, then I think it will put them in good, at least in good contention for a top 3 place, at least top 4. But definitely need to start converting those chances. That's just the main priority. We need to just convert those chances. We convert those chances, we get goals. We get goals, more likely to win games and get more points. It's just plain and simple. That's pretty much all I've got to say on the game. So yeah, that's pretty much me in terms of the quarter final. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Tell me what you thought of the match. If you thought the same as me, then let me know. If you thought different, then again let me know. It would just be nice to bounce ideas off other people, other fans who were perhaps at the game last night or even watched it on the telly. But yeah, I'm just going to leave it there, folks, and I'm hopefully going to do my first away vlog Saturday at St Mirren. So keep an eye out for that. But until then, I've been KRob1989. Enjoy your Wednesday, folks, and bye bye.